in Week 3. The Chargers won an instant classic in their first matchup against the Jaguars. Can Jacksonville avoid the sweep? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he...
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jacob. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning, and now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's going to be met at about the 43. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now a play fake here on 1st down. There's the stiff arm. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried to run through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. Straight ahead, ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. ETN up the middle.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jags are on the board 1st here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, I think he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point try now for Santoso. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Joe Reed going to return it from his end zone. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Herbert off of play action. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Here's Jones. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. ETN once more. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a give to ETN. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Oh, he shifts past him. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. Going for it, here's ETN. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. They find some open field here. There's enough, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. I don't think that we're ready yet to say the round is on, but they have certainly looked more flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
And your experience led you to say that, because we've both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Santoso now for the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This is caught by Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Herbert throwing again. comes back with one complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Herbert on first down now. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, so following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert, and this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And they take a knee. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. and it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers, and they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Jones on the return. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
That's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. On second down, Etienne once more. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. On third down, here's Etienne. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 99 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On second down, a run with Etienne. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A handoff for Etienne. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 26. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run. It's Etienne. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. That is caught. It's Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ebron caught left side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage? And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going down the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Etienne with it. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for Etienne. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, 179 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Etienne up the middle. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. And they'll indeed take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The Jaguars season will continue at least one more week as we say so long, everybody.